So guys, in this video, I'm gonna explain the basic commands in Linux and also the main chmod command, which is an important command in Linux. You have to understand the chmod command. So I'm gonna explain everything in this video. So watch this video till the end. First of all, if you are new to Linux, this will be a useful video for you guys. So as you can see, we can zoom the terminal using the Control Shift plus button, and you can unzoom the terminal using Control and minus button, as you can see. Okay, the first command that we are going to learn is the pwd to print working directory. When you enter that, you can see your current path, which is in home file. When you enter ls to list the files in that particular directory, you can see there will be these much of files and directories. So these blue color indicates that it is a directory, and these are the files in directory. This red green color indicates that it is an executable file. Okay, there will be color indications like blue color for directory and the green color for executable file and the white color for the text files maybe. Okay, so you can enter ls minus l to view file to view the permissions of that particular files. As you can see, there will be permissions, right? So the D stands for directory and R stands for read, W write, and X for execute. So I'll explain everything in this video. So don't skip this video. Let's open a notepad and enter that. D stands for directory. Okay. And the R stands for read, and the W stands for write, and the X stands for execute. Okay. Okay. So to move from a directory, so I am now in home curly. So in home curly, there will be this much of files and directories available. As you can see, I need to move to desktop. To move to desktop, I'm using a command called cd, which is change directory. To move to desktop, I need to enter desktop. Desktop. When entering desktop, you have to look at the cases here. It is Linux is case sensitive, guys. You need to enter the exact case. When you enter DESKTOP in small letters, then it shows no such file or directory. Because Linux is case sensitive, you have to enter the exact case, okay, which is the first letter is capital letter. Okay, when you enter the first sum of the letters and press the tab button, it will complete your text, complete the file that you're going to enter. Tab button makes you complete, makes the work so easier. Okay, now we are in desktop. As you can see, when I ls, there will be no files in the desktop. You can create a file in the desktop by using the touch command. Touch command is used to create a file. Okay, touch is used to create a file, guys. Okay, when I enter text, test, study, and a study file is created in the desktop. As you can see, study file is now created in the desktop. When I enter ls, as you can see, study is now created in the desktop. When you open study, you can see there will be nothing. Oh, sorry. Okay, this is a study. It is nothing available in this particular file. To add contents to this file using this command, using this terminal, I'm going to add contents to that particular file. Okay, I'm gonna add contents using the echo command. You can echo and putting the double quotes and subscribe and double quote closing and a redirection symbol and the file name, which is study. Okay, when I press enter, when I press ls, as you can see, the study file contains this file. You can see the document has been externally modified. You want to reload it from disk? Click reload. As you can see, subscribe is here. You can also enter cat command and the subscribe, sorry, study. You can see to view a file, use cat command to view a particular file. You can open a particular file using cat command, or you can use open command to open a particular file. When you use cat command, the output will be displayed in the terminal. When you use open command, you will be prompted to open a window. As you can see, this is a window that's now opened. When I close this window and I enter the command again, you can see the window is now opened using the open command. Okay. So now the chmod comes into play. So I'm clearing this terminal using the clear command. The chmod is that means change mode. Okay. Chmod. Okay. When I enter ls minus l, as you can see the permissions of that particular file. As you can see, we know the study file is there. And I enter it again. As you can see, these are the permissions of this particular study file. Okay. These are the permissions. I'll explain that. There is no D here. That means it is not a directory. Okay. As I mentioned already, D stands for directory. And the R stands for read and the W stands for write and there will be empty. You are in Linux, there is three types of users, guys. You need to understand there are three types of users in Linux. Three types of users are there in Linux. Hello? Yeah, okay. There are three types of users in Linux, which is owner, which stands for U, which is owner, and the G, which is group, and O, which is others. Okay, there are three types of users, which is owner, group, and others. And you have to be very careful about the order will be U, G, O, which is owner, group, others is the order of these particular users. So you have to understand there are three types of users in Linux, which is owner, group, and others. As you can see, the D is missing, which means it is not a directory. When I enter mkdir to make a directory named cyberark, as you can, when you enter ls, you can see the blue color indicates that it is a directory. You can see directory is created. When I enter ls minus l, as you can see, one more, as you can see, this is D, stands for directory, and the directory has read, write, execute. The first read, write, execute is for owner. That means owner has read, write, execute permission. U, owner has read, write, execute permission. The next RWX stands for group. That means group has also read, write, execute permission. The next R hyphen X stands for others. Others has permissions of read and execute. The underscore means there will be no write permission into others. As I mentioned already, O stands for others. Okay. Okay, I hope this is clear. So, okay. The O stands for others, guys. So, as I mentioned already, the D stands for directory and RWX stands for the permissions of owner. The first RWX is for the owner permission, the second RWX is for the group permission, and the third is for the others permission. Okay. And here in the study, you can see it is not a directory. So that is why it is shown an hyphen. Okay. And the RW stands for the owner permission, which is read and write is the owner permission. And there is a dash, which means that there is no execute permission in the study. Okay. In owner, there is no execute permission. Okay. Then other permission they like as you can see RW hyphen, which means read write and no execute permission in group. As I told you already, the first thing is owner and the second command is for group and the third is for others. The first three letters is for owner. As you can see, it is not a directory, so that is why there is an hyphen here. And the first three letters is for owners. Owner has read, write, and dash. That means no execute permission. And the second three letters is for group. That means group has read, write, and there is no execute permission. And the third three letters is for the others. Others has only read permission. That means others can only read the file. Okay. So I will show you in real life, guys, so that you will understand more. Okay, now I enter clear. When I enter ls minus l, as you can see the permissions of the file. So we have some contents in the study. Subscribe is the content inside the study. And I enter cat study, we can see the content inside the study. Okay, we can read this file, right? We are the owner. Okay, so the chmod has two ways. That means two types are there in chmod, which is the first mode. First is symbolic mode, and two modes of CS mode are symbolic mode and the octal mode. Okay, CH mode. As you can see, CH mode has two types, which is symbolic mode and octal mode. Okay, one is symbolic mode, other is octal mode. Okay, I'm gonna explain first in symbolic mode. What is symbolic mode? Symbolic mode. Okay, in symbolic mode, you have U. As you know already, U stands for owner and G stands for U stands for owner and G stands for group and O stands for others, right? In symbolic mode, there will be plus, which is for the addition of permission add permission. We are going to add permission, and minus stands for remove permission. Okay, and equal to stands for assign permission. Okay, you have to be very careful about this. And if you have a note and pen, note this. Plus is used to add permission, and minus is used to remove permission, and equal to, okay, equal to is used to assign permission. Okay, so we are gonna use symbolic mode here, which we already learned. When you enter ls minus l, as you can see in the study file, there will be read write permission in the owner. The first three letters is for the owner, and the first hyphen is stands for directory. So it is not a directory, that is why there will be hyphen. But CyberArk, this is a directory, as you can see D here. But study is not a directory, that is why there is no D here. Okay, I hope it is clear for you. The next is owner, has read write permission. Okay, when you open this file, you can read this file, right? You can easily read this file, contents of this file. Okay, now I'm gonna eliminate that read permission when I enter chmod, and we are the owner. Minus stands for remove permission. As you can see, the minus command is to remove permission. Okay, and R. U minus R stands for U stands for owner. As I already mentioned, U stands for owner. We are the owner, and we are going to remove permission for us to read the file. Okay, and the file name will be still. Then when you enter ls minus l, as you can see, the owner does not, this is not a direct, have read permission, but owner can write. Okay, when I open the file, I'm unable to open. You can see open study and other file unknown, which is you put, which means you does not have read permission right now. If you I want to add the read permission, I enter, first of all I'm clearing everything. I enter chmod to, I am the owner, so U stands for owner, and I am adding permission. Plus is for add permission, and U plus, and I need read permission. Okay, plus R. When you enter the file name, which is study. Now I got read permission. If I open the file, I can view the file and read the file. Now we are going to eliminate the write permission. When I enter ls minus l, as you can see, there will be read write in owner, and there is no execute, and in group read write and there is no execute, and others have read and there is no write and execute permission others. So we are the owner. I'm going to remove my write permission. Okay, now when I open this file, I can enter subscribe now. and save this file easily, right? When I open this again, I can see subscribe now. I have the right permission, right? When I enter chmod and I am the owner, so I am the owner, and minus W to eliminate the read write permission and the file name. As you can see, there will be a lock icon, right? When I open, I can read. But when I enter something and try to save the file, you can see the document is read only. Do you want to save it as another file? You can't write to this file, but you can save the contents of this file into another file. Okay, that means write permission is now eliminated. Can you close this? As you can see, there is no write permission. As I already mentioned, execute means when I put the execute permission within the chmod, you do have execute permission. U equal to X means execute permission. Okay. And the file name which is study, you can see there will be X. When you enter ls, you can see the green color. I already mentioned that green color means an execute permission is there in that particular file. Okay. So when you enter ls minus L, you can see this file is executable. That means there is only execute permission. This first stands for D, that means directory, which is not a directory, and RW. This file has no read and write permission right now, and this file has only execute permission. You can read this, you can write to this file. You have only execute permission, guys. Okay, guys. So now I'm going to add chmod u equal to read write execute. Oh, I'm not. I forgot to mention the file name. That means when I enter ls minus l, I can see that read write execute permission is in the owner, and there is only read write and no execute permission in the group, and there is read permission only in others. When I enter chmod group g equal to write, oh, execute, okay, and the file name which is study. Oh shit. Then you enter ls minus l, you can see there will be only execute permission to study. What happened here is, as you know that when you enter ls minus l here, we can see this is the owner, the first three letters, right? And this stands for directory. This hyphen stands for directory. And this is for read, write, execute for owner. And this is the group. Group has read and write permission. When I enter G equal to X, which stands for group has only X permission. X stands for execute permission. So that's what happened here. All other permissions are removed in group and there is only execute permission. Okay, I want to add read and write permission to the group. So I enter chmod the group. I'm gonna add a read plus is used for add permission, read and write permission. Okay, and the file name is study, right? Now when you enter ls minus l, as you can see, there will be read, write, execute for owner, and there will be read, write, execute for group. And if you want to assign permissions to the others, you can enter chmod others O, and there will be only read permission for others. Yeah, I'm going to assign write and execute permission. Okay, plus write permission W and execute permission X to the file name. And you enter ls minus l, as you can see, read, write, execute for owner, group, and others. Everyone has read, write, execute permission. The dash means it is not a directory. Okay, here this is a directory, as you can see in the blue color, it is a directory. So that is why D is here. But it is not a directory, it is in the green color, which stands for executable file. And it is not a directory, that is why it is an hyphen in the first. So this is the symbolic mode, guys. In symbolic mode, you can use plus to add permission, minus to remove permission, equal to assign permission. There is another mode called octal mode, right? In octal mode, you have to be understand there will be numbers, right? For to read permission and two to write permission and one for execute permission. As you can see in octal mode, we have numbers. Okay. In symbolic mode, there will be plus, minus, equal to add permission, to remove permission, and to assign permission. But in octal mode, we have numbers, which is to read permission, read permission, write permission, execute permission as numbers. As I mentioned first, the order is UGO, which stands for honor, group, and others. As I mentioned before, U stands for honor, G stands for group, and O stands for others. Okay, this is the order. You have to be very careful about the order. Okay. Hmm. So, in this mode, if you want to assign a file with read permission, then you have to enter for, which stands for the file only need read permission. If the file needs execute permission and read permission, you can see the read permission number is 4 and execute permission number is 1. When you enter 5, the file has, as I mentioned, U stands for honor, right? UGO is our order, right? When I enter a number called 555 using chmod and the file name, I don't want it, and the file name which is study here, it means 4 plus 1 is equal to 5, right? 4 plus 1 equal to 5, which means read and execute permission. So I'll clear you guys. 4, I already mentioned that 4 is read permission, and 2 for write permission, and 1 for execute permission. And the order is UGO. Okay. When you enter 4, you only have read permission. When you enter 5, you do have read and execute permission. When you enter 7, it means that's 4 plus 2 plus 1, which is 7. Read, write, execute permission. So 4 plus 1, which means it has a read and execute permission. Okay. And 4 plus 2, which means read, and 2 stands for write permission. Okay. And 4 plus 2 plus 1, which means 7, which has read, write, and execute permission. I will show you in real life example, guys. Okay, I'm going to clear this. Now, when I enter ls minus l, as you can see, study has read, write, execute permission, right? So I'm going to remove all the permissions. No, I'm going to use octal mode right now here. Okay. So in octal mode, when I enter chmod, the first number stands for honor, and the second number stands for group, and the third number stands for others. Honor, group, and others is the order. Okay. When I enter 7, 4, 1, as you can see, and the file name, what will happen? 7. 7 means I already mentioned 4 plus 2 plus 1. It is equal to 7, right? If I enter 7, that means it has read, write, and execute permission. 4 plus 2, which is 6. When I enter 6, it has read and write permission only. 4 plus 1, which is 5. When I enter 5, it has only read and execute permission. When I enter 7, 4, 1, which means 7 stands for read, write, and execute. And the first letter stands for honor. Honor has read, write, and execute permission. And 4 stands for here read permission. And the group has read only permission. and 1 stands for execute permission. The others have execute permission. When I enter ls minus l, as you can see, the owner, which has 7, which is read, write, and execute permission. And the group has only 4, which means read permission. The group has read permission, and there will be no execute and write permission in the group. And you can see there is no read write permission in the others, and there will be execute permission in others. This is octal mode. I'll show you one more example, guys. When you enter chmod 5, 6, 4, right? You don't have to write the comma and the file name. What will happen? Think about it, guys. 5 means 4 plus 1. 4 plus 1 means 4 has read permission and 1 has execute permission. So 5 stands for read and execute permission. And the first letter is for owner, and the second letter is for group, and the third number will be for others. Okay. So 5 stands for owner, the first digit for owner, the second digit for group, and the third digit for others. Okay, the owner has 5. That means it has read and execute permission, which is 4 plus 1. And group has 6, which means it has a read and execute permission, 4 plus 2, 6. And 4, others have 4, which is it is only read permission. Alright, when you enter ls minus l, as you can see, the study has read permission, as you already, the owner, the 5 is the owner, right? Owner has a read and execute permission, right? 4 plus 1, 5. So it is not a directory, and there is no write permission to the owner, and the owner has read and execute permission. Write permission is empty. We don't mention give write permission. It is 5. 5 for 4 plus 1, 5. Read permission and execute permission. Okay. And for group, we know 6. 6 means 4 plus 2, which is read and write permission. As you can see, the group has read and write permission, right? And there is no execute permission in the group. And the third letter is for 4. It means read permission, right? There is in group, you can see it is only read permission, and write and execute permission is not here. If you want to give, if you give chmod 777 and the file name, you can see ls minus l, you can see that means read, write, execute, read, write, execute, read, write, execute for owner and for group and for others. Everyone has read, write, execute permission. So I already mentioned that you have to note down everything and try it yourself to understand more. So the D stands for directory and R read, and W stands for write, and X stands for execute. And you have to understand, you have to note down that there is 3 types of users in Linux, which is owner, which is you, and G, which is group, and O, which is others. Okay. chmod has 2 types, which is symbolic mode and octal mode. Okay. In symbolic mode, we use symbols, right? As in symbolic means symbol, right? So plus is for adding permission, and minus is for removing permission, and equal to is for assigning permission. Okay, there will be another mode called octal mode, which has numbers, right? 4, 2, 1 are the numbers, right? The 4 stands for read permission, 2 stands for write permission, and 1 stands for execute permission. And you have to note that this is the order, which is owner, group, others is the order. When you enter chmod 555 and the file name, here the file name is study. Okay, 555 stands for 4 plus 1, right? Which is read and execute permission to this particular file, which is you, owner, group, others have read and execute permission, right? 457, right? 457. When I enter chmod 457 and the file name, it is, yeah, file name. Okay, then what will happen, guys? Think about it, guys. 4 for read permission, and the 5, which is 4 plus 1, read and execute permission. 7, read, write, execute permission. The first digit stands for owner, and second digit stands for group, and the third digit stands for others. Okay, and 4 plus 1 is 5, which is read execute. As you can see, read permission and execute permission. 4 plus 1. 4 plus 2 means, think about it guys, 4 plus 2, which means read and write permission. 4 plus 2 plus 1 means 4, 2, 1, read, write, execute permission. I hope this will clear all of your doubts. And once again, sorry for the bad English. If you don't understand something, you can comment down below. I will answer that, guys. So thanks for watching. Have a nice day.